สวัสดีค่ะ
I think I heard Jan has some visitors today, so that's why she's at the foundation. Yeah.
Okay.
Some Thai visitors, yes.
Okay. Ganga, em cứ thử nói đi không sao đâu. Hơi bạn ấy có hơi ồn một tí cũng câu hỏi em cũng không dài á, em có thể thử đi. Mời em. He wants to play some music.
He doesn't realize we can't hear anything.
Mic của em vẫn còn đang tắt.
Yeah, good morning, Achan Zonsara. Ôi hộ con, Peter. Lass mich kurz fragen, okay? Ja, nur kurz, okay? Und dann du kannst Musik weiterspielen. Cho con xin phép họ, con nói trước bằng tiếng Việt ạ. Con xin phép đặt câu hỏi về tâm si căn. Thì có hai loại tâm si là, hộ con, please. Tâm si căn hợp với cả hoài nghi và tâm si căn hợp với cả phóng dật. Xong rồi lại có con có đọc ở trong lý thuyết thôi thì con hiểu là nó lại có đi với cả cảm thọ xả, thì con không rõ cái điểm là tại sao thọ xả, thì con nghĩ là nó là cái UPK là một cái tâm sở tốt đẹp, thì tại sao nó lại đi với si, con không rõ cái điều đấy, và tại sao lại có với cả hoài nghi và phóng dật mà lại không phải là những cái bất thiện khác. Yeah. I would like to ask there is a question about the moha mula chitta. There is two kinds of moha as I read in theory. Does go with phóng dật I don't remember the term in Pali.
Udacha.
Yes. One go with udacha and another go with cái từ Vikichikicha and go with the upeka, and I wonder because I think upeka is one wholesome cetasika, and why is go with moha and I don't see the unwholesome only in two kind of cetasika, because there is a lot another unwholesome cetasika, and why moha go only with these two. Yes, thanks a lot for your explanation. Yes.
Upeka can have different meanings. In this context, it's referring to the feeling. The Vedana, the feeling, can be pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. In the case of the Mohamula Chittas, the Vedana is always indifferent. So it is Upeka Vedana. This is not referring to Upeka Patramajatata Chetasika, the wholesome equanimity. It's referring to the neutral feeling, Vedana. And there are two kinds of Mohamula Chitta, as you said. One kind is with Vichikicha, doubt. So if there is doubt about what is true now, what is real now, it's Mohamula Chitta with Vichikicha, with doubt. The other kind is without doubt, and we read that it is with Udacha. Udacha is restlessness. Actually, there is Udacha, restlessness, with all akusala chittas. So even the Mohamula chitta with Vichikicha, with doubt, is also accompanied by Udacha, restlessness. Lobha mula chittas, dosa mula chittas are also accompanied by Udacha. But here it means it's accompanied by Udacha, but not by Vichikicha. So when we read about Upeka, we have to know whether it's referring to the Vedana, the feeling, like in this case, or whether it's referring to the wholesome Chetasika, Patramajatata Chetasika, that arises with all Kusala Chittas. And sometimes it's referring specifically to the Brahma Vihara, the equanimity, thinking about others with equanimity, non-disturbance, no matter what the situation is at that time. So different meanings, actually many different meanings or uses of upekkha. I hope that's a little clearer, Ganga.
Yes, thanks, Sarah. I just only have the idea that upeka is mean wholesome, but you explain, I remember now. Yes, yeah.
Vedana or here, yes.
And in English, we have only the word ignorance for moha. But I read in Pali, we have two different words for moha. There is also the words in the Pachaya. There is another word for ignorance, and I wonder if it's mean the same, or in Vietnamese also we have two words like see and ignorance.
Moha, avijja, ignorance, just not understanding. So its function when it arises, which is with every moment of our kusala, is just not understanding, not knowing anything about what is the reality, what is true at this moment, not knowing what is wholesome, not knowing what is right, not knowing what is good, just not understanding, not knowing at all.
Okay, that's a similar word,
Yes.
similar meaning, different word.
Sometimes the word avijja is used in Pali, and sometimes moha is just the same, just not understanding, not knowing. That's its function. Perhaps Sajan would like to add more.
Is there anything now?
Yes, a lot of things.
Is there anything now?
Yes, a lot, but still unclear.
Any one thing
One
now.
colors.
Is there any understanding of what appears as it is?
In theory, yes, Ajahn.
So, in theory, and what is the truth, is there any understanding of what is there now?
Yes. Seeing, hearing, touching.
Is there no understanding of what which is now appearing?
Yes.
Is it real?
Yes, it's real, Ajahn.
What is it?
So it's ignorance, it's moha.
Moha, see. So begin to understand the characteristic of moha, the moment when it's there. At any moment of no understanding of the truth of what is there appearing, at that moment it's real, because there is a reality which arises but cannot understand the truth of what is there. Is there many moments of moha in a day?
Yes.
It's
I think
unknown.
it's in
Can
every,
anyone select?
after seeing, hearing, there's already moha.
So we just not hearing about the word, but to understand the truth of each moment. To understand each moment, what is there is Dhamma, it's real, it's different by conditions. So at moment of moha, can there be doubt? No understanding. So whenever there is doubt, there can be the understanding because of no understanding. But no understanding is not doubt. Because there can be moment of no understanding without doubt. Right? So we learn to understand what is there in a day by word, If there's no hearing about the reality, there cannot be the understanding of what is there as a reality. I don't know. See, what is it? Not I. And don't know what. See, that is the moment of understanding the truth. What is there at that very moment? So we just talk about one reality at a time. Little by little. When there is no lopa, can there be moha?
Yes.
When there is lopa, can there not be moha?
Yes, it's possible, Ajahn.
At moment of lopa is there, can it be moment without moha?
Yes.
Really?
Can there be loba without moha, Ganga?
Yes, I remember in theory, but I don't know in reality how it can be, because it's very confusing very quickly.
Because as we discussed, whenever any akusala arises, moha has to be there. So can there be loba without moha?
Yes, it should be, yes. Loba should be always with moha. Yes, okay. Yeah, yes. I'm confused. Thank you.
Can dosa arise without moha?
No, not possible.
No.
I
So
remember only one wholesome Chetasika that doesn't arrive with moha. It's the sleeping Chetasika, right?
any akusala, even any akusala at all, has to arise with moha. It's a root for all akusala chitas to arise.
I mean tâm sở hôn trầm Thụy Miên, chị Tâm giúp em cái từ tiếng Pali được không ạ? Em cứ không nhớ được cái từ tiếng Pali.
Tinamida. Tinamida.
Tidamida. Yes, I remember in theory that Tidamida doesn't arise with ignorance. This is right?
Atina and Mida kusala or akusala chetasikas?
It's akusala, it's unwholesome.
Must be with moha.
Okay. Thank you.
Any akusala must be with moha.
I have to correct this knowledge, the theory knowledge. I just think that. Okay, thank you.
You
Like at that moment of being sleepy or slight dosa, slight loba, nothing known at all, no understanding at those moments. Ignorance is there.
I think maybe you heard that Tinamida arises with sasankharika chitas. So you think that the moha mula chitas don't arise with, but moha has to be there. Yeah, but moha has to
weak
be.
chitas, yes. Even when it's very slight, not strong, loba or dosa or tina, mina, moha must be there. And it's now, as Jan was pointing out, at this moment of not understanding, now at a moment of doubt, vichikiccha is there, confusion, moha is there at each of those moments. So with or without doubt, with or without loba, with or without dosa, most of the day, moha is there.
Yes, I think because many people tend to think that the moment of sleepiness are the moments at the moments of moha mula chittas. But then they learn that actually Sinamida don't arise with asankharika chittas. And I think that's why there's a lot of confusion on this point.
A lot of moha and a lot of vichikicha. And it's just daily life, not my moha, my vichikicha, just dhammas. And when it arises, like just now, that's the time there can be a little understanding, a little confusion, a little doubt. Okay, vichikicha is there. There can be a little understanding.
Sarah, is between the arising and falling away of the chitta, I remember the theory that there is always bhavanga chitta, and can bhavanga chitta is moha, because there is also the I mean there's nothing happens in the mind, right?
Okay, right. Just to go back over your words, you said before between the arising and falling of chittas, seeing now arises and falls away. No bhavanga in between the arising and falling away of seeing. Bhavanga chittas are the chittas that arise and fall away when there are no processes of chittas through the sense doors or the mind doors. They're the process freed chittas. So, like you mentioned, in deep sleep, there are bhavanga chittas, or now there are bhavanga chittas interrupted by the eye door chittas or the ear door chittas or the mind door chittas. So the bhavanga chittas experience an object which is unknown, and the bhavanga chittas are vipaka chittas. They're a result of past karma. So in this life, are the bhavanga chittas kusala or akusala vipaka? Difficult for Ganga to speak. So in this life, they are kusala vipaka, the result of kusala karma, the kusala karma that conditioned the birth consciousness in this life. It's the same kusala karma that conditioned the bhavanga chittas in this life. So no moha with the bhavanga chittas in this life. And even when the bhavanga chittas are akusala vipaka, in the case of those born in hell realms or animal realms or ghost realms, the bhavanga chittas are akusala vipaka, but they are rootless, ahetuka chittas. So no moha at those moments. So just a little more. But there can be a little understanding even now of the ignorance, not understanding now. I think Ganga needs to take a break.
Tâm ơi, cho chị Lan hỏi thêm cái phần về tâm si.
Dạ mời chị.
Thưa cô Sarah, như chúng ta đã biết là Mitha và Miccha, tức là hôn trầm và thụy miên, thì đi với lại các cái tâm yếu, tức là các cái tâm mà cần có sự tác động. Như vậy mà sao si cũng là hai cái tâm si cũng là hai cái tâm yếu, nhưng con được biết thì nó lại không có kết hợp cùng với lại Thina và Miccha.
So Ms. Xuân Lan has a question on the Tina and Mida Chitasikas. We know that Tina and Mida only arise with chittas, which are sasankarika chittas. And in her understanding, the moha mula chittas are the weak chittas. So why they don't arise with the moha mula chitta?
I think that usually when we talk about moha mula chittas, we don't talk about asankarika or sasankarika chittas because they're always weak. And why doesn't, because the nature of tina and mita is like when there is a little bit of dosa or some lobha, when it's so comfortable resting on the pillow, for example, it's just weak lobha, not the strong lobha. And tina and mita are there lazy for any kusala to arise. But perhaps Ajahn would like to add more.
What can be known now?
Dạ, bây giờ chỉ nghe được âm thanh thôi Ajahn.
What can be known now?
Only the sound, Ajahn.
Say it again, please.
Only the sound.
Really? Only
Dạ.
the
Thật ra
sound?
thì cũng không rõ ràng Ajahn.
But nothing
Âm
clear,
thanh nhưng mà
Ajahn.
vẫn là tiếng của Ajahn.
What we say, actually what it seems that we still hear Ajahn's voice.
Only that? Or more? Just right now. See? To be true to the truth. The truth is not known. As long as there is the idea just about the word. But what is there now? Can it be only sound without sight?
Dạ, có nhĩ thức nữa.
So hearing consciousness, Ajahn.
Okay, only hearing consciousness or what? Be true to the truth, little by little, to understand what is meant by moha, no understanding of the truth. It has to be right now. What are there? See? Is it just sound? Or there's visible object and seeing and hearing and thinking? Does sound, only sound appears? Does nothing not appear with sound right now? Be true to the truth. Now, in order to be true to the truth any moment, the truth is the truth. Does anyone experience only sound, no seeing, no visible object, no thinking at all, just only sound? Be true to the truth. Is there anything also appear at moment of sound appear? Right now, who knows what moment is sound, what moment is visible object appearing?
Dạ, rất là nhiều thứ lẫn lộn Ajahn. Cùng một lúc con có thể vừa nghe, vừa thấy, vừa suy nghĩ, Dạ.
Many things are mixed up, Ajahn.
That's
Like
it.
at the same time,
When
I
one
am
says,
hearing and seeing
yeah,
and thinking.
in truth, can they arise together? Can
Dạ, no, Ajahn.
No, Ajahn.
at that moment, isn't it moha? No understanding of the truth. It's not just the word, but any
Dạ.
moment it's there. No understanding of the truth. Not able to understand the truth. So it's not just the word we are talking about, moha, but it's the moment when there's no understanding the truth of the differences between the sound and the sight. It's opposite of understanding, just one reality at a time.
Dạ.
Is there enough understanding of sound as it is? Or it's not clear because it's not moment of the distinction between sight and sound right now. So moha is there
Dạ.
in between. So in a day, how many akusala moments? Uncountable, right? So
Dạ. Yes, Ajahn.
learn to understand little by little about the truth, about the reality which experiences the object, not in the book, but everyday life. Today, what are moments of experiencing an object? Not known, right? Because it's I see, I hear, I think, I like, but in truth, seeing is not anyone. Liking or disliking is not anyone at all. Just learn to understand the truth of what is there in life little by little until it is aware, not forget about the truth of what is there as it is. Moment of being aware of sound is not moment of being aware of sight or the seeing or the hearing, see? That's why we understand the words about the truth from the enlightened one, little by little, to have firm confidence of the truth. How much ignorance, moha, no matter at moment of seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, it's in between the processes of seeing and thinking and so on. No doubt about moha, but moha cannot understand moha, see? Only right understanding can understand what is there as moha, as lobha, as dosa, as vedana of feeling, each different reality, in order to let go the idea of self or something from that which appears, to begin to understand what appears does not appear as it is. Is it true? Until it's so true. Is doubt a reality? See, there is doubt for sure. There is doubt about seeing, why it's not I see. Doubt about that which is seen, why it's not something. About the hearing, it's not a seeing. It's doubt, moha. This is the question. Is doubt, moha?
Dạ không ạ. No, Ajahn. Hoài nghi và si là hai pháp khác nhau ạ.
They are two different dhammas, Ajahn.
Okay. Do they arise together?
Dạ có Ajahn. Yes Ajahn.
Can moha arise alone without doubt?
No Ajahn.
Consider carefully, Sun Lan. Can moha arise without doubt?
Dạ có ạ. Có hai loại moha ạ.
Yes, it can arise two kinds of moha mulachitas.
So moha can arise without doubt. Can doubt arise without moha?
Dạ không ạ. No Sarah.
And can moha be urged or prompted?
Dạ không ạ. No Sarah.
No, so it cannot be sasankarika dhamma. So can tina and mida arise with moha if moha cannot be sasankarika? Because tina and mida only arise with sasankarika dhammas. Sasankarika lobha, sasankarika dosa. But moha cannot be urged or prompted. We cannot prompt someone to have moha. So tina and mida cannot arise with moha, mulachitas.
I have a small question. So the moha mulachitas are not referred as sasankharika, and it's not asankharika either, right?
Right. Because no one can prompt someone to have ignorance. There can be prompting or to have encouragement to have lobha or dosa, but not to have moha. So it cannot be sasankarika or asankarika. So tina and mida can only arise with lobha mula chitas and dosa moha, dosa mula chitas.
So the word weak, when we talk about the tina and mida arise with uchitas, it should be understood in that very context, like in comparison with the asankarika chitas, right?
And like in the case of lobha or dosa, it's easier to understand how it can be weak or strong, prompted or unprompted. But in the case of moha, we cannot talk about prompted or urged. So a subtle distinction. That's why tina and mida cannot arise with moha mula chitas, as I understand. Can Sunlan, can tina and mida arise with ditthi, with wrong view?
Dạ, dạ có ạ.
Yes, it can.
Yes.
Can they arise with pleasant feeling or neutral feeling or unpleasant feeling?
Yeah, yes, Sarah.
Yes, with 4 kinds of lobha mula chitas that are sasankarika and 1 type of dosa mula chitta that is sasankarika. So with pleasant Vedana, neutral Vedana, or unpleasant Vedana when they arise with dosa, but not with moha mula chittas. And now, when asked about if there is sound now, if there's understanding of sound, usually there's ignorance instantly, even thinking about the Dhamma point or listening to the Dhamma. So there can be a little understanding of ignorance, a little understanding of doubt, a little understanding of sound. It's all now, here and now, daily life. And Ganga, when it's a good opportunity for you to discuss more or listen more about Bhavanga Chitas, we can continue. I know you couldn't, you were interrupted, so you can just let Tam know anytime it's convenient for you to continue.
Không biết là em Thắm có muốn đặt câu hỏi của em hôm trước về 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 sắc không?
Dạ cũng được chị Tâm ạ.
Mời em.
Em có một câu hỏi khác về sắc á.
Thế em cứ hỏi đi.
Dạ. Thế em hỏi câu hôm trước nhé, hay là em hỏi câu mới của em?
Thì em câu mới luôn cũng được, xong tiện em hỏi câu sau.
Dạ vâng ạ. Achan, John and Sarah, I have a question about Rupa. I've learned that the breath, the ultimate truth of breath is the 8 indivisible rupas. But I'm wondering where are those rupas in our body? Thank you.
How many rupas are there? At least.
Countless.
How many rupas are there?
Do you mean the kind of rupas, 28 kind of rupas, or the number of all rupas?
What is rupa?
Rupa is a Dhamma that do not experience.
So, how many rupas arise together?
There are at least 8 indivisible rupas arise together.
So, what are they? 8. Can there be less?
No.
Can there be more?
Less. They include.
Can there be more than 8?
Yes, there can be more than 8.
But not less than 8.
No.
What are they? The 8 rupas?
They are Patavi, Tayo, Bayo, nước là gì như chị Tâm nhỉ? Thủy đại.
Em cứ nói là water element.
Yeah, and water element, I don't remember the Pali term.
What is
and the color, taste, taste, smell, and ahara. I think they are all 8.
Shall we talk about the 4 primary rupas?
Yes, please.
Yeah, what are they? One by one.
The Patavi.
Hardness or softness? No
Yes,
matter we call
hardness
it,
and shortness.
it's hard. Even we change the word, it's still hard. No matter in Thai, in English, or in Vietnamese, see? Hardness there. Is it a Dhamma?
Yes, it is.
Is it Nama Dhamma?
It's Rupa, not Nama,
Why not Nama?
because it doesn't experience anything.
Okay. So can the hardness experience anything?
No, it cannot.
Can the hardness be experienced?
Yes, it can be experienced
What
by
experience?
body consciousness.
What do you mean by body consciousness?
The chitta.
Which
Thân thức gọi là gì chị Tân nhỉ?
Body consciousness.
Yes, body consciousness.
what reality is the body consciousness?
It's a kind of chitta.
Okay.
It's a vipaka chitta.
What kind of feeling arises with body consciousness?
It's a neutral feeling. Thọ khổ với lại thọ lạc là gì nhỉ chị Tân nhỉ? Tiếng Pali.
Dukkha and Sukha. Vedana.
Dukkha and Sukha.
Pleasant or unpleasant Vedana.
Yes. Yeah. Pleasant and unpleasant.
Is it you?
No, it's not anybody. It's just it.
Again, please.
It's the Vedana. It's not anybody. It's not me.
Is it chitta?
No, it's Chetasika.
Can it doubt?
No, it cannot be doubt.
Okay.
It's doubt is another Dhamma.
Is there doubt about body consciousness now?
Yes.
What is the reality at that moment? Which is doubt?
It's a akusala moment. Akusala chitta with moha and doubt.
What is the reality of doubt itself? Just doubt itself.
It's a chetasika. It's akusala chetasikas.
Can it arise with lopa? No, I don't think so. Can it arise with dosa?
No.
Why not?
The two have its own characteristic that cannot go with each other. When there's dosa, we push, we don't want to have that object. But when there's doubt, there's no understanding and not clear about the object, and the doubt.
Is it there now?
Yes.
Who knows that it's there now?
And the understanding know about the.
So is there understanding now?
The few understanding, but then doubt again.
At moment of doubt, understanding understand doubt, right?
No, at the moment of doubt, there's no understanding.
No, at moment of understanding, it understands doubt.
Yes, doubt may be an object of understanding.
Can there be the understanding of moha?
Yes, there can be understanding of moha, but it's very difficult to have that moment, or for that moment to arise.
Do you have
Because,
any intention to have it as object?
sorry?
Do you have intention to have doubt as object, to be object now?
Yeah, sometimes we, like it go with Loba, we try to have something as an object, but that not understanding.
Until
Not,
right understanding is there. Understand instantly the characteristic of a reality, no matter it's doubt or moha or loba, right? All
yes,
depends on condition. But we learn to understand what are there in life unknown, little by little, to understand when it's there to be known as reality, different reality at a time. That's the only way to wear away the idea of I or someone or something.
yes.
And can I ask, is breath a reality or a concept?
Sorry, breath.
Is breath a reality or a concept?
The breath is a concept. The breath that we often think about, like breathe in and out, is the concept.
Right. Is it ever a reality?
No, but there should be reality that related to that concept, I think.
Yes, quite so. So what are the realities that are related to the concept of breath? What are the realities that are taken for breath?
What are taken for breath is normally we think that it's like the hot or the cold at the nostril, or sometimes the softness and hardness at the belly.
Right.
We call that breath, but in truth, just their concept. They're not
Yes.
ultimate truth.
Right. And
So
or
I'm
motion
wondering.
can also be motion. Yeah. So what is your question then about breath?
So I heard that breath is actually the eight indivisible rupas that conditioned by chitta. So I'm wondering, where are they in our body? Is there any relation to the breath that we often think about, like to the nose and to the lung?
Well, some realities can be conditioned by citta, some rupas, but we don't know which, when a hardness is experienced, for example, there's no way of knowing whether it's conditioned by citta or by some other factor, because the characteristic of the reality is the same, regardless of what its conditioning factor is. And also, we can't know where something is, even if it's being experienced, because at that moment of experiencing hardness, it's just if there's awareness and understanding of hardness, that is just the object of the awareness and understanding, the characteristic of hardness. So where could only be known by thinking at other moments.
sorry, could you please repeat the question?
That wasn't a question. That was
Yeah.
I was trying to explain that at the moment of experiencing of there being awareness and understanding of, say, hardness that we take for breath, there
Yes.
isn't any knowing of where that hardness is, because it's just the object. The object is just the hardness that is known, the characteristic of hardness. There can be thinking about where it is at other moments.
Yes.
Yeah.
I see. Yes.
For example, Tham, the softness by the nostril that may appear, is it conditioned by chitta now or by temperature now? Who can say? But that softness has to arise in a group of rupas, as you mentioned. So we cannot say the whole group is the softness that is breath, that is taken for, referred to as breath. But the group is all conditioned by chitta if it is the softness which is breath at that moment. And it doesn't matter, because if there is awareness now of softness or hardness, no matter here or when touching the arm or touching the computer, it's just a Dhamma, it's just softness. But actually, there has to be the rupa, the softness or the motion conditioned by chitta, which is what is referred to as breath arising in a group. When you talk about the abdomen and the rising and falling away of the abdomen, so these rupas in the group are not those that are actually the breath rupas conditioned by the chitta. So it's a very subtle topic. Would you like to have understanding of breath, the rupa that is breath?
Yes.
Okay, what kind of chitta would like to understand this particular object or that particular object?
It's a loba.
Okay, that's why Ajahn answered as she did. Okay, what is rupa? How many rupas? What are the groups? Because otherwise there's just clinging to understanding one reality, like Tina and Mida, two realities, or just to understand the softness that is breath. But there has to be careful considering of other dhammas, like the other rupas in the group, and how different groups of rupas are conditioned, and so on. Otherwise, it's just clinging to understanding breath or understanding nibbana or understanding Tina and Mida, and no understanding of what is appearing now. The clinging, trying to work it out, but not understanding what appears at this very moment. Perhaps Ajahn would like to continue.
What can be known now, always now, again and again now? What can be known now?
Harness, touching.
Why?
Touching.
Why
Body
touching can be
consciousness.
known now?
Because it's appear at the moment of talking, at the moment.
So, how can it be known? As it is. So, what is meant by as it is?
It's when we have an understanding of its characteristic.
To understand the truth, no matter when and where and what is that taken for something, in truth, at moment of touching only, the reality that can be experienced is only softness or hardness, heat or cold, motion. Is that right?
Yes.
But it's not known yet. It's always forgotten. It always be something touched. Something is atta, right? But hardness cannot be anything at all. It cannot be a table, a chair, a grass, or anything. It is hard. So people fight to have hardness, right? Softness. That's why understanding hardness as just hardness, not as anything at all, we let go the idea of something, and nothing is permanent at all. Before hardness arises, hardness is not there now. But when it's there now, it has a reason, by conditions only, and then gone instantly. Have confidence of the truth, Satya Barami, little by little, no matter what. It's there. It has its own characteristic. Never be changed at all. Heat cannot be changed to soft, right? Softness cannot change to be cold. Different realities, uncontrollable, all by condition, arising and falling away. So what did Buddha say? Understand that which has arisen now. Very, very difficult, very, very far away from understanding that which has arisen now. But it's the only way to understand the truth. That's why I begin to understand the great virtues of wisdom of the Buddha, who realized the truth. So what he said cannot be changed at all. If there's no understanding of what is there now arisen, how can there be any understanding of anything? Have confidence of the truth little by little to know how much ignorance in life, in almost every moment, not just this life, years and years and years ago. So it takes quite a long, long time to wearing away the wrong understanding of what is there as something, atta and I. Is there wrong understanding? Is it real?
Yes. It's real.
Can it be someone?
No.
That's why no matter what is anatta. Why? Because it arises and falls away in split seconds, never to return. Not just this life, in samsara. Learn little by little to understand the truth, and only the understanding can let go of the idea of atta, something, from birth to death. So it's the world of anatta or the world of atta.
Now it's the word of atta.
And the truth,
The truth is anatta.
see, that's why ignorance is there. As long as it does not understand the truth, it is that which does not understand, no matter what is there appearing. We use the term moha or avijja, a reality which cannot understand the truth of what is there at all. And is the idea of someone or something ignorance or moha?
No, it's the wrong view.
We use the word, but consider it can never be the same. Ignorance cannot understand the truth. It doesn't have any idea at all. So it just do not it does not understand the truth, but it doesn't have any idea about the truth.
Yes.
So how many akusala cetasikas are there? Learn to understand them little by little. Even it's there right now, it's not known, because only right understanding can begin to study, to begin to be familiar, acquainted to the reality, the characteristic, which cannot be taken for anything because it's gone instantly. And this is life. From moment to moment, experiences that which is now appearing. Is this the world? So loka in Pali is what is there arising and falling away. Not permanent at all. Loka. That which arises and falls away by conditions. Understanding a little more, little by little. It is the moment of letting go of the idea of self or I. So now it's not I see. It's a moment of a reality which just arises to see by conditions. As soon as it has arisen, it's gone. Never arise again in samsara. Is it dukkha? The first Ariya Satya. But now everyone smiles. Is it dukkha? See, whatever is conditioned to arise gone instantly. Different ones follows instantly, on and on and on. Different ones, non-stop, by conditions, not the same one at all. So learn to understand the truth of what is there in life, to let go ignorance and wrong understanding and attachment to such wrong understanding. So now, after hearing about this, it begins to understand the truth of life. Life is not permanent. So what is life? It is a moment of experiencing an object. If there is no such reality which arises and experiences the object, no life at all. So life exists, or it's in a moment, just a moment, and gone. Anatta, the more understanding of the truth, it conditions the understanding firmer, a little more about the truth. No one at all. What is the first moment now? Gone, never to return, never to arise again. So the last moment is death. And what is the difference between the first moment and the last moment? The first moment is the beginning of experiencing an object. From then on, there must be a moment of experiences the object until the last moment. No more condition to experience what is there in this world or in this life. All gone. And in truth, right now, it's gone, never to return. But why is the death the last moment? Even now, it's the temporary death, kanika marana, never to arise again. And sammati marana, we say, when we say someone died, but there must be birth instantly after death. So it is sammati, just what we take for death. Just a moment only, and then it conditions the next moment, instantly. New life. As this life is new life for last life. New life. No more that personality of the person as I now sitting. No more after death. So life is only in a moment, temporarily, just one single moment. From moment to moment by conditions. Can anyone stop the arising of the reality which experiences the object? So now, is it Dhamma, the reality of life? Each moment is Dhamma. Each moment is conditioned reality. Different ones never be the same at all. And who realized the truth? Samma Sambuddha. If he didn't say anything about what he had experienced, enlightened, who knows that now seeing is conditioned to arise to see and gone instantly, how can it belong to anyone at all? Ultimately, absolutely, instantly fall away, never to return. And this is Dhamma. Whatever is rare is a Dhamma. That's why there are Kusala Dhamma, Akusala Dhamma, as the cause or condition for its result to arise. That's why we learn to understand what is there as not anyone, not anything at all. It is only that which is conditioned to be. Seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. So what is seeing, what is hearing, what is touching? A reality, or the reality which has arisen by conditions to experience and gone. It does not belong to anyone. Not my seeing, not my understanding, not my ignorance, not my stinginess, not by ego, not my, because actually there is no one. Is it true? The understanding of the truth is Satya Bharami. Without it, there will never be understanding what is there. So very close, but very far away from understanding. That's why I learn to understand the truth of each moment, each reality. And what one takes for my body, in truth, it can be separated into a dust or more little, more tiny than that. Because when we say a dust, it seems so very little. But it is not as little because it is known as a dust. So before it can be that which is seen as a dust,
Speck of dust.
Thank you, Acha. Thank you, John and Sarah.
I'd like you to help a little more on ignorance, if you can help represent Ganga and the others for us. So at a moment of seeing or hearing, can ignorance arise?
No, those are the vipaka citas. It's ahetuka. They are ahetuka. No root. So
right.
there are no...
Ahetuka vipaka citta. So no moha, even if it's akusala vipaka, no roots. So the seeing or hearing cannot be accompanied by moha. What about the bhavanga cittas in deep sleep or in between the processes of seeing and hearing? during our lives now. Can moha arise with the bhavanga citas?
For the human realm, it's the kusala. They are the kusala vipaka, so they cannot go with moha.
Right. And those kusala vipaka citas in deep sleep, are they with or without roots?
They are with root.
Okay. Can be without roots, but for us now having these discussions with roots.
With
but
roots, yes.
Kusala vipaka with roots, so no moha can arise. What about in the animal realm? What about the bhavanga citas? Can moha arise with the bhavanga citas?
No. So for the other look, the other realm, the lower, they are ahetuka. They so there's no root with the bhavanka chitta.
So no moha can arise, even though it's akusala vipaka, the bhavanga citas. So in other words, moha cannot arise with any bhavanga citas, no matter kusala vipaka or akusala vipaka. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Right. Okay. This was the point I was trying to share with Ganga. And back to the breath. If there is thinking about breath, how life depends on breath now. If there's no breath now, end of life, no seeing, no hearing, no thinking, no living at all. There can be reflecting on breath and its importance in life. And there can be calm at the moments of reflecting wisely. There can be understanding with calm. But this is not the understanding of the reality. This is understanding of the concept of breath. It can be an object of samatha bhavana, as we know, reflecting wisely about breath as a concept can be conditioned for calm even now by conditions. When we're talking about the development of satipatthana and the understanding of breath, it has to be the Dhamma, the subtle Dhamma, such as the softness or the motion or the warmth that is conditioned by chitta around the nose in that area. So there can be understanding of the reality itself, the softness that is conditioned by chitta. It's just common, ordinary, just like understanding of any other Dhamma, not something to wish for or to want to understand. It's just like there can be understanding of the hardness that is taken for the table or any other Dhamma. It's just another Dhamma that arises and falls away. But it's a reality that we call breath. But usually what we take for breath, like rising and falling away of the abdomen and breathing in slow and fast, has actually nothing to do with the reality of breath, the subtle rupa conditioned by chitta. So there can be a little more understanding, but not for clinging, for letting go of the idea of I or wanting or trying to experience, because as we know, that's the wrong path. But it's always one Dharma, never a group of Dharmas, and we cannot say it arises all over the body. This is not correct. Any other questions, Tam or anyone? Maybe Tam Bak has someone else who's waiting.
Yeah,
Thanks for your question, Tam.
Yeah, and your questions and your answers very clear and helpful for everyone. Thank you.
So we cannot pinpoint, the place where the breath are produced by the rupas, but we can exclude, it cannot arise at the toe, for example. And I was thinking about, because her question opened up many things. Like the cheetah can produce many other rupas at the same time. For example, at the moment someone is shy, it can produce some rupas on the face, for example, or the or even the ears and so on. And at that
Blushing.
moment, blushing, yeah,
Yep.
blushing, and then at the same time, there are also the rupas that are conditioned by cheetahs that we call the breath. So cheetah can produce so many rupas at the same time, right?
Yes, when the chitta arises, it conditions groups of rupa. And for example, when speaking now, there must be the group of rupas with sound that is conditioned by chitta at each instant now when speaking. Otherwise, there couldn't be any speech. These groups are conditioned by chitta, just so quickly, one after the other. So many groups of rupas conditioned by chitta. And at those moments, there must be the groups of rupas that we refer to as breath conditioned by chitta at each of those moments. Only at moments of seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, no group of rupas, no breath is conditioned by chitta. But the other moments, the group of rupas that we refer to as breath is conditioned by chitta. So while speaking, there must be the group of rupas with sound, there must be the group of rupas which we refer to conventionally as breath. And as you say, there may be the group of rupas with blushing, different groups of rupas.
And another question is, so when we see someone's face is red, we say that, okay, the person is shy. But what we see, the visible object that is called blushing, is it conditioned directly by the chittas, or is conditioned by the rupas that are conditioned by the chittas? Like the sound we hear now is no longer conditioned by the chitta that speak, but by Utu. So what is the situation with that kind of rupas?
Actually, it's just visible object that's seen. We say, oh, it's a visible object that's red that we call blushing, but that's a long story. It's just visible object and thinking about it, thinking about the blushing, thinking about the shyness of the person, but it's just visible object that's seen. Who knows what the actual chitta of the other is? It's just thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
We can't say maybe there was a moment of shyness that's long gone. So it's just speculating about what has been seen.
Right.
Because of memory that marks and thinks that because the cheeks are blushing that they must be shy or embarrassed, but it's just thinking about what is seen now. And on the breath, we cannot, you say we can exclude it, but it's just the subtle rupas around the nose tip conditioned by chitta.
Okay. And another thing is, about the kaya vinyati, we know that there must be the intention to convey a meaning. So in case someone is blushing, that's not really the intention to convey a meaning. It just happens like that. Or when one is fearful, that is shown on the eyes, for example. So there's no kaya vinyati in those cases, right?
That's why there are groups of rupas conditioned by chitta with and without kaya vinyati and vachi vinyati. So there are different groups of 8 rupas, 9 rupas, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 rupas, some with kaya vinyati or vachi vinyati and some without.
So involuntary bodily movements such as sneezing, coughing, or blinking, for example, they don't involve kaya vinyati, although they can be done deliberately, in which case they would involve kaya vinyati.
Right.
And they
Thank
may
you.
be conditioned just by temperature at those moments. So different moments. And if we want to understand again, it's Loba coming in, not just understanding what is there here and now.
Thank you. Thank you, Tham, for your topic.
Yes, very helpful. Let's see if Ajahn would like to add more.
Cô Sarah, cho con hỏi thêm. Tammy có thể hỏi thêm được cái phần khẩu biểu tri.
Dạ vâng, sau đó thì sẽ mời Achan nói một chút về phần liên quan vừa rồi ạ.
Cho chị hỏi thêm ha.
Dạ.
Khi mà nói đến những cái sắc, thân biểu tri và khẩu biểu tri á, thì con muốn hỏi là khi mà mình muốn nói một cái điều gì đó, khi mà mình muốn nói thì có cái sự phối hợp giữa lưỡi, giữa môi, miệng, thì những cái cử động mà của môi, của lưỡi đó là cái sắc của thân biểu tri hay là của khẩu biểu tri ạ?
So Ms. Sun Lan's question is, when we speak, there are many movements involved, like the movement of the lips, the movements of the tongue. So these movements are conditioned, or are they kaya vinyati or vachi vinyati?
We can't see kaya vinyati or vachim vinyati. It's just a rupa that arises and falls away instantly, not even lasting for 17 moments like other rupas. So without the kaya vinyati, there wouldn't be these movements, but what we see is visible object, and what we think about are the different movements and the lips moving and so on. So the chittas that arise and condition the different rupas are so very fast, impossible to catch it, impossible to know the kaya vinyati. It's a very subtle rupa that doesn't appear, that cannot be known. And by the way, Sun Lan, I'm wearing one of your shirts. So if we try to catch the kaya vinyati or the vachi vinyati, it's the wrong way, impossible. But we know it must be there, otherwise there couldn't be the different movements. But what we think we see, the movements, is not the actual rupas. It's just our ideas, our story about the movements. Like looking at Hai's hands moving now. We think this is kaya vinyati, but no, this is just our thinking about what is seen. We know there must be kaya vinyati there. We know there must be vachi vinyati, but actually it's just speculating about the story. Perhaps Ajahn might like to add more on this point.
Yes, I'd like to hear Ajahn speak on this too, because in the case of speech, for example, it's the sound that conveys the meaning, not the movement of the lips and tongue. So
hardness move? Can that which is hard, hardness itself, can it move?
Dạ không ạ, Achan. No, Achan.
That's why it needs other rupa, vikara rupa, conditioned by citta, uttu, and ahara. That's why different kinds of disease can condition the rupa to be so rigid, so very, very hard that it cannot move. Or if there's no intention to stretch your hand, can it stretch out? That's why we learn to understand that there must be other rupas which condition the movement of the body or the speech. And when it's not the speech, it's just vikara. So we learn about more rupa, not just only the 8 rupa.
So both the kaya vinyati and vachi vinyati are involved when we are speaking, Ajahn.
At moment of speaking, without vachi vinyati, can there be sound or voice?
Cannot.
That's the way to understand that there cannot be just only the 4 primary rupas. Can the banana tree walk? See?
Like someone who doesn't speak English, for example, even if there's the intention to convey the meaning by speech, but it doesn't know how to make the sound that can be meaningful. So there needs to be the intention to move to make the movement of the tongue and the lips in a certain way, Ajahn?
Yeah, because I intend to speak Vietnamese. See, but what can I do? Is that Vietnamese?
It's like when Abby speaks English. Lots of intention and lots of sound, but doesn't convey the meaning. So there's the vachi vinyati, the intention to convey a meaning, but not the meaning that can be understood. And in those other examples, when no kaya vinyati or vachi vinyati, but there can be the vikara rupas, there is still the different movements of parts of the body, even though no vinyati rupas. So it's quite a deep topic, this one. Maybe it's a good one to continue with in future sometime.
ค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ everyone.
สวัสดีค่ะ Good to